Okay, so I wanted to kind of go into a little bit more of stellar and planetary formation, because I feel like I didn't do it justice in the first video. My employer has nothing to do with this video. Don't pay attention to my shirt.
You're not affiliated with me.
Within the past few years, I think it was like 2023, NASA, through the Hubble telescope, located a young star that's estimated to be from the age of 100,000 years to 200,000 years old. It's called HOPS 315, which sounds like a Bible verse, but it's not, I promise. Basically, this star is early enough in its formation that it still has the cloud of silicon oxide around it. And so they're observing it in a way to try and understand how our star, the sun, formed. It's really similar in like temperature, size, composition, things like that. But really, okay, going back to the chemical evolution, the reason why it's cyclical is because when hydrogen is fusing together because of gravity pulling in the cloud of dust that kind of forms the star, it causes the hydrogen to fuse together, two of them to fuse together and become helium. And that releases a lot of energy. And that's what our sun is doing. And that's what a lot of stars are doing. So the thought that, okay, solar power, right, star power was what was causing the fusion to occur in the first place requires there being a star. So that in itself is a little bit challenging. I don't really know how they can explain that. And again, I didn't find papers on it that explained it well. So if anyone has resources on that, I would love to take a look at them and review them and talk about them. But as far as stellar formation, again, we haven't observed one forming, but that doesn't mean that it's fully improbable. I feel like looking at HOPS 315 tells us that when hydrogen, I keep wanting to say helium instead of hydrogen, when hydrogen is present in that gaseous cloud, it's possible that it can gravitationally come together, form a star, right? So I don't totally want to say like, oh, that's just BS, like that's really hard to believe. I don't think that's totally true. I think it's hard to believe that that just occurred from nowhere and there was nothing driving it and stuff just came out of nowhere. That's really my challenge. And the evolution of the occurrence of hydrogen fusing into helium being powered by nothing is very improbable. Okay, the second part, where there's planetary formation. So they actually, in that solar system that's forming, there are these rings of silicon oxide, of frozen water. They have a lot of these asteroids. It's a very dense disk. Think like Saturn, how it has different rings. There's that kind of cloud of just material around the star currently. And what they're observing is that the frozen asteroids, kind of like what we see in our solar system, in like the Mars to Earth to Venus area, they're seeing those condense and move in towards closer to the star and then melt and have water forming that then is available for planetary formation, which is what they're proposing happened in our solar system. So they are witnessing planets forming, but again, those planets are forming out of material that's already there. The process itself is possible. It's more just the improbability that it occurred for no reason and that material came from nothing. So anyway, I think all of that's really interesting information. Hopefully that kind of gives a little bit more to what I was talking about in the first video, because I felt like I didn't quite do that topic justice. But yeah, if you have any sources, again, please send them my way. I would love to be looking at reliable scientific sources, primary sources, preferably. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions too. I hope you find this interesting.